This isn't going to be a long video, or I don't aim for it to be. It's more to express a point of confusion I have, and it's to do with the amount of misinformation going on around Honkai Star Rail's story about some of the characters and their feats. I made recently a tier list of how powerful I thought characters were lore-wise, and funnily, one of the biggest points of contention in that video is Herta, and how powerful people believe she is. I never said she was not powerful. I said that I needed to see more though, but some of the comments mention her unintentionally destroying multiple planets, and the specific number made it clear what they were alluding to, and that they were completely wrong. The comments I have seen, and there was over 5 different people doing it, whether it's the same person on different accounts or actually completely different people, I don't know. But they mentioned 24 planets being destroyed. They are clearly referring to the creation of Chalderon Chadwick, who was the creator of the imaginary implosion pulse, which did destroy 24 planets. But that isn't Herta's accomplishment. And I was confused on why so many people seem to be misremembering this detail, considering it was in a quest. It was in an adventure mission, which are quote-unquote side quests within Honkai Star Rail. It never appeared in the main story. Yes, Herta was involved, but it was to accept his wish of retaining the information to do with it as she saw fit, and she honoured his wish and kept it a secret from the IPC. I want to know how this misconception came about. Is it people just being terrible at reading, which I have to feel has to be at least part of it? Misinformation being spread from like a source or a specific creator and then going through the entire community? Or is it just that it's been so long? Or was it really that badly explained in the story? Though I don't think it was. It can't be that last point because I understood it perfectly fine, and I know many other people who did, even if they don't remember the specifics. They wouldn't have claimed Herta created a device that destroyed 24 planets. It's a very small range of people claiming this, based on the video I made, because not everyone who was fighting for Herta's placement to be moved up made the claim that she was involved with this device. I don't understand. And it makes me wonder about the eventual functionality they're adding to replay the Trailblaze missions and the companion missions. I personally think it would be a really good move for the game to make it so even side quests were eventually accessible through that. I personally feel that any quest that exists in the game technically is already programmed in, so they should be able to make it revisitable without us getting rewards from redoing it. And I think it'd be really helpful for some players to be able to do, as long as they sort the menuing to make clear what quests are for what. Because obviously there's going to be a priority on doing the Trailblaze missions and companion missions. But I do think it'd be really helpful to some players to be able to revisit any mission in the game, any side quest, anything that you only can technically access once, should be something that we can go back to if they're adding that functionality in. And it makes me hope that this sort of issue could be avoided in the future. I'm really interested in what people think about this, and I know that this isn't a very long video, and it's just to get a point across. I'm not trying to insult the people who are making this point. I genuinely don't think they're trying to misinform others, but they have a misconception about the game that I genuinely did try to correct in the comments because they're wrong. And I'd like it if players could find the information readily instead of having to dig through wikis that I don't think are handled very well by some members of the community, to be honest, in any fandom. There are so many terrible game wikis. The Honkai Star Rail one isn't fantastic either. I don't think there's ever been a good example. Maybe the Hollow Knight one is the best one I can think of, and it's not the Wikia one, it's the new one that the community made. I can't think of many examples of fan-created information sources that have actually done well, especially recently with the reveal of Pridewin having rigged results for Acheron because players hate the character. anything that relies on community sentiment is bound to have mistakes. I would prefer if the game provided us the way to access any information we wanted that is actually made accessible in the game. Anything we've played through before, we should be able to access. Not just experience it once and be expected to remember. What do you all think? I personally would like it if they added, as well as Trailblaze missions and the companion missions, any side quests should be realistically added to that list. Any that have story significance especially. Anyway, that's my little rant/comment on this over. Take care, guys. Have a good night, morning, day, whatever time it is, wherever you guys are in the world, and see you next time.